Off to stalk we go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. I'm not stalking anybody. There's nothing here. Cow. Any more cows around? No. Okay, so today, I'm just going to look around. I'm going to look for more hats. This hat. Flying pig. Flying pig. I feel like a superhero. I got a cape. The hat makes me fly. Can't. What the? Hello? Ow. Hup. Because I am in need of two things. One of which is slime balls, the other is sugarcane. There's a river here. Let's follow the river. Aha. Ores. Free ores, sort of. Oop. I generated quite a big area of land, but apparently I didn't generate over here. I seem to have this problem where anytime I want to generate or go exploring, I have to generate the land ahead of time. Yeah, I didn't generate this particular spot. I generated a large area in 1,000 block radius, but not everywhere, apparently. So let's just walk. Today I want to talk about InfiCraft. It was one of my older mods. It's my collection of mods from when I was still learning how to program, how to do game design. My goals when I started modding was to learn new skills so I could use them in like real environments, like the real world. Go get a job programming. Didn't quite work out that way, but that was the goal. About this. Oh, uh, nope. Yeah, I can almost get it. There we go. And give me this. I'm just going to leave that as it is. I didn't see any sugarcane that way. Let's go over here. So InfiCraft started out as InfiTools. InfiTools was my first mod. Around beta 1.7.3, I decided. Hello, TNT. Distractions. It's kind of a crazy. It's like a dungeon thingy. A thingy because it's floating in midair and. Red. This is an alpha biome. Ooh, bamboo. Okay. Maybe I just need some dirt. Okay, somebody's triggering those. Dirt. Yeah. I want the TNT, dang it. Wasting it all. Underwater. I hear zombies and baby zombies and all kinds of nasty things in here. Do this. Really want that TNT. Hello, TNT. I can't see a thing. There's some. Nope. Maybe over here? Nope. I think that's it. Going up. Oh my gosh, I can see. Let's just leave this thing alone. Yeah, if it's trapped with TNT and there's zombies inside it, I don't want to be anywhere near it. This is really, really bright. Wow. Give me this. So around the time I started making InfiTools, I realized it was bad. Um, I just made it because I wanted to make something and see how it was made. It was like a prototype, but I released it to the world anyway, because my prototype was awesome and I could make things, right? Oop. Ah, can I get that from here? Oop. No. There we go. So InfiTools 1.0 went to the world, and then I started rewriting it pretty much immediately. It it was a good example of a person who had too much time on their hands, deciding they wanted to make something, had no inhibitions about making a lot of things repetitively, and just tried to make something for the sake of making it. Content for the sake of content. That's what a lot of InfiCraft was, actually. Just content because I wanted content. InfiTools 2.0 had more tools, more things, it had hybrid tools, and then when I started making Infi blocks, I couldn't just call the thing Infi tools anymore. It had blocks. So I renamed my thread to InfiCraft, for lack of a better name, and it started collecting mods that were basically mods for the sake of having mods. There wasn't any deep thought or game design behind them. They were just... It's like, hey, I made tools out of obsidian and redstone and sandstone. Come play the game. I tried using it on, like, custom maps, super hostile maps in particular. Some of those went well. Some of those not so much. Sandstone tools on super hostile map can either break the first few minutes, or in the case of Black Desert, it can break the entire map. No sugarcane. Are these giving me origin sapling? Permission. This tasty. Tasty enough. And this... Yeah, I'll just... Ooh, sheep. One of the other things that I wanted was wool, so I can make a bed. 2. I'm gonna kill you, chicken. There's another sheep. And I guess I'll grab these geishlas while I'm here. So I started making Infi blocks in beta 1.7.3. I made some crafting tables made out of different materials. But as it turns out, the only one you really needed was the one made out of cobblestone. You combine cobblestone tools with cobblestone crafting table, and then you don't need to come up for air at all. You can just sit underground forever. I'm gonna have to get some of these guys home later. The one thing that really kept it from needing wood was torches. Like a stone torch or some other kind of underground light source. Because if you have... Like, you're stranded on a desert island. There are some maps that just have... There's one particular seed that I used to have. It put you on an island. There was about 40 blocks of dirt. There was no tree. There was no... Your only resources were dirt, water, and sand. So I took that idea. I was like, okay, I don't need dirt. I just need sandstone to make a crafting table, then some sandstone tools, and then we can go underground and get stone, and everything will be good. Well, there's a better dungeons. No, it's dungeon pack. Dungeon pack. Castle fortification. So after I started getting into the actual game design of things, I started making things where you didn't need wood. Uh, Aha, there's a spawner here. Let's get somewhere else nearby. Once that started taking off, I realized that the whole pack started to revolve around not needing wood. Because I put all my mods in a mod pack. I really liked going underground and just hiding out, being a dwarf. Diggy diggy hole. Yeah, there's a particular playstyle where you go underground after you have a day. It's like the underground challenge. You have one day to gather your materials. Whatever you can get is what you can get. So you go look for mushrooms and sugarcane and zombie. You go look for zombies in the middle of the day. Oh, hello, zombie. Come on. There we go. You have one day. Basically, you chop as many trees as you can get, and you go grab whatever other plants you can get, punch a bunch of grass, get a bunch of seeds. Hopefully you can find birch saplings. If not, pine saplings will do. Oak saplings are not all that good for underground tree farming. Where am I? I am somewhere. I think my base is back this way. I do like just wandering around to see new things, especially with biomes aplenty. There are still biomes that I haven't seen, and you get something like this nice bright biome. It's nice and scenic and picturesque. Back in beta 1.7.3, there was a few mods that went really well with it. Equivalent Exchange was one of my favorite ones. Xenophobe is actually the reason I started modding. He's such a good guy, and Equivalent Exchange was an awesome mod. I wanted to make a good mod that went with it. What else? There was the Aether. The Aether was a bit funny. Trying to get it to run with Forge when it just came out was a pain in the behind. And, well, oh, there's my box. That let's just say I was one of the few people who had the Item Sprite API, Forge, and the Aether, along with 80 other mods during beta 1.7.3's long extended time. It was one of the longest periods between Minecraft updates. At this point, I just had the two mods, InfiBlocks and InfiTools. InfiBlocks didn't really have anything except the crafting tables and the furnaces. I added some shape-changing blocks after that, and there was a chisel to where you could make bricks, but that was in the release 1.2. It was quite a bit later. If we're going chronologically, 1.8 was when the adventure update came out, and that's when the hunger Hunger also came out at the time, and Hunger, what that, what those. Hunger was something I didn't like. I feel it still doesn't fit with the game too well, but it's kind of grown on me over time, especially with the way it is in 1.6. But it was really not that good at the time. You're going from food that you can just eat to food that makes your hunger bar go up and you regenerate, which means you regenerated all the time, and you had to restructure some of the custom maps because of the way the entire game played. So, oh, and the thing that I missed the most was the nomad lifestyle. You could just wander around without needing to kill every single animal in sight. So I made these berry bushes. My inventory's full. I need this flower. Put the flower here. There we go. Yeah, I just made these berry bushes, and I made the barley. The barley, I put them everywhere because I didn't want to deal with hunger, and yeah, you could just wander around and eat berries all day. That was the start of Natura. It was called Flora and Soma at the time because I wanted the well, Soma's a mushroom. It's a particular type of mushroom with red and white coloring. It actually looks a lot like the vanilla mushroom, except it's pointier with the spikes. Um, Flora obviously is plants. I was planning on doing some things to the Nether. The Nether was really boring. In fact, it's still been boring, and I did something to it a lot later. If you look at Natura now, it has a completely different Nether than the vanilla one. Me? Ooh, plants. Food! Get the food! Mud. This looks like a ruin. Just take all the seeds. Eh? Oh boy. I don't need this rotten flesh. I'm gonna replant these. Oop. There we go. I'll come back for you. And you'll be fine. And this is probably over towards the big castle thing that I'm not going anywhere near. Natura for the longest time only had berry bushes and barley. Sometime later in the 1.8, I decided it was a good idea to add trees. There was a mod called More Trees by Nando Dalt, uh, something like that. It had, well, it had the sakura trees, which are like these, only, no, I didn't pick that up. Oh well. They're pinker. They're quite a bit more pink. In fact, my versions are even more pink than the ones that he had. They were pretty freaking pink. I really don't like pink that much, but there are certain things and certain I guess as a designer, I realize the value of the pink, even though I don't like it all that much personally. Uh, when you're an artist and making mods in games is really an art, sometimes you do things just for the sake of the art. The uh, the pink trees were just for the sake of the art. Yeah, I'm gonna set these up. Sugarcane. Put my bed right out in the open, like right here. It's a perfect place to sleep. Yeah. And let's see. Where's my farming thingy? There you are. So, Flora and Soma, that's pretty much it. I didn't really start adding a lot of things to it until release 1.5. Oh, the redwood trees. The redwood trees are based on some trees nearby. The giant sequoia. They are 1-to-1 scale. Might be a little bit bigger, just a little. Some of the bigger ones tend to be bigger than the real ones. I also wanted a tree that you could live in and just carve out the entire thing and make tree house. I remember seeing some red power trees and being like, yeah, I got trees. They're bigger. The only problem was Intel Anvil, the 1.2 1.2 update. The world height was stuck at 128, which was not big enough. So what I did was I cut off the top of the tree. I just cut off the top of the tree, and nobody's going to notice that it's a stump because you added all these leaves, right? It was so bad. I've made bad things sometimes, and I was planning on making it bigger. Because we had cubic chunks for... Oh, I really wanted cubic chunks because I wanted the big trees. Also, having stuff like this normally was fine. Being able to build a giant tower on top of that... Blue sky, blue sky. I think I'm going to move my bed somewhere else if it's going to do that. Let's see. After I made all the trees, because the trees were sort of a process that just overtook a mod or two, I wanted to make a bunch of ores. I thought that InfiCraft was... Well, Infi was short for Infinite Craft Mine Thingy. Minecraft Infinite Thingy was the literal thought that I had. Complete with thingy. So we took the... I did some research on ores, real world ores. I did some research on the mining process and metallurgy and various other things. Where's my marker? Right here. No materials. I want to make a mine shaft. In the end, I came up with a whole bunch of different ores that were basically variations of copper, tin, and zinc, along with silver and lead. And I used a ton of these. So what I did was, I took the idea that Notch had when he made the Void Fog, and I redid it in a different way. What I did was I added a layer of stone. It got darker as it went down, but it came out looking really, really cool. Like, you get down to bedrock level, and the stone is pretty close to bedrock color. It worked really well. I also had a jar mod that got rid of the void fog, so you didn't have that. It was quite a bit more interesting than Notch's way of doing it. Because that was... Nobody likes void fog. If anybody likes void fog, please leave a message in the comments about actually liking it. I know. It bugs me from a design perspective. It's a really cheap way of making people use more torches. It doesn't really add anything fun to the game. It doesn't add any immersive experience. It just makes things dark. Let's put this right here. I only need a couple of these. Along with the stone layer, there was it was ores. It was like turquoise and chalcocite and chalk and like galena. Basically, I looked for copper and tin and zinc, and I made all of the ores that had them. There was 12 different ores when I was done. And then I made variations on those just for the sake of having content. There was a theme with InfiCraft. We had content just for the sake of content. No more, no less. The whole point of the mod was to not need wood, and I liked being underground, so we made underground things. Making the entire world into a thing that you mine really piqued my interest. I mean, you could go underground and then there'd be colored ores and colored stone, and then you just throw them in some machines and all would be good. I'm gonna dig straight down. People tell you not to dig straight down. It's a bad idea. I could tell you that, except I already know what's down here. Unless there's a cave in between where I am going and where I'm at. There's a slime chunk right here, and I want to make a mine shaft right into the slime chunk. I really like the hammer. The hammer is just so fun to play with. You get resources so easily. And, well, it's not so much that you get the resources easily, it's that you can clear out large areas underground. Like this. This thing's made out of stone. Look how fast it's harvesting. Oh, hi Enderman. Hi zombie. Don't hit the Enderman unless I want killed. There we go. Anybody else over here? There was a cave between point A and point B. Skeleton. Hi. That down there. Aha. I might be a little bit off, but that's fine. The point is, we're going down into a slime chunk. Go. So there wasn't a whole lot of modding going on. The ore mod was called Horizon, but it didn't really go anywhere after I made it. So I started getting bored. The Minecraft just wasn't quite the same after the Hunger update. Well, let's say that the game I loved playing was not the game I could play anymore, and I could play the old mods, but I wanted to play the new mods. That's the thing about Minecraft. You always want to play with new mods. It's what keeps the game fresh and exciting, and if you're going to be stuck on a Minecraft version, then you don't get that. So I got bored, I quit, and aha! Perfect! Exactly where I wanted to be. Yeah, there was an update. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! No! Too many! Ah! There was an update in 1.2 where I decided I wanted bricks made out of everything, and I did a whole lot of content creation. because I wanted aesthetic blocks, and this isn't gonna go well. It's invisible. Things, stuff. Eat mining axe. Aha! They're still trapped to my death point? Ow! Ow! Okay, this thing's doing 1 damage. Give me the hammer. Give me the... Oh, dang it! Do I have a weapon over here? Nope. I got a couple arrows. There's a hatchet. Hatchet's sort of a weapon. And a fishing rod. Yeah, I'll just reel them in and attack them with my hatchet and reel them in again. So that's what I think of as InfiCraft. It's from beta 1.5 to Minecraft release 1.2.5. Because after that, I really started getting bored, and the mod was not... It just wasn't interesting. I can't hit this guy. Hello? I can't hit it. Maybe I can dance around it. Sword? No! My sword! Dang it! It's protecting the sword. Food? Malloberry. Mallowberries. Just eat all these. My view on InfiCraft is a bit... Well, I made it, so I'm biased. I have creator's bias. There's the fact that I've learned how to do things so much better since then. Sometimes it's just better to go make a new thing than to continue the old one. Oop. I think... Oh, except those. Dang it. I think that's everything. Yeah, let's get out of here. Sometimes it's just better to start over, make new things. I'm sure Tinker's Construct can attest to that. The mod that I made after I quit and came back was so much better than the 10 mods that I made beforehand. And all I did to Natura was rip out Flora and Soma, then add some nether things, and the stairs and pressure plates, things like that. I think this is good. I think I've rambled on enough about InfiCraft for one session. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Sleep.